And we're live. Welcome, welcome everyone. Welcome to Will and Wendy's Eclipse Energy Embodiment to help integrate the energies of the total solar eclipse that hit the Earth, even though it was visible in the United States. All of us on this planet received the energy, and some of us don't quite know what we're doing with it, that it's affecting us. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And we're going to use light language and Aquarian fire to help integrate the energies. And we'll see what information comes through. Wendy, I'm sure, has a lot of information to share. And so we have Will Mitchell and Wendy from Languages of Lights. And in the room we have Angie and Barbara, Bree, Katie, Kate, Michelle, Sabrina, and Ray. So welcome everyone.
Welcome everyone. Hi. Thank you so much for coming. Wow, what energy. Wow, I'm just like, woo, I feel like I'm already vibrating on fire.
Absolutely. So why don't we start off with some things. Wendy?
Absolutely. Welcome everyone. And what a wonderful celestial event, and what beautiful energy that's penetrated this earth. And the light from the sun and everything that has transpired in the last couple of weeks have been absolutely epic. I know, not just for me, but for everyone I've spoken to. So we really didn't know, and still don't know, what to expect with all this whole ascension process. And we don't really even know, like Will said, we don't really even know how this actual solar eclipse has affected us, yet we know it has. And I will say that I shared today a channeling from Louise K, who confirmed exactly what I've been receiving. That moment, and I even said this the day, the days approaching the eclipse, that probably the biggest reason it was so epic is because there has never been in this way, that moment in time where everyone was concentrating their effort on everything at that one moment, all at the same time, everywhere. Whether you were actually doing it consciously or not, you were experiencing the energy wave that created. And I knew as it was approaching, and even as I speak of it, my hairs stand on end, because I just knew that not only because we were all sharing this event, but because we were able to share it in a way we never have, because of our internet collective consciousness. So there we have this embodiment of literally two forms of the most powerful collective consciousnesses merging at once. You've got this internet collective consciousness, you've got the human collective consciousness, and all at once we were sharing, and we were literally, I could see in my mind's eye, just as she said, the earth literally glowing as it has never before. Hi Sarah, welcome sweetie.
Hello.
Can you mute, darling? So there we have this energy force that we have never experienced before. And not only that, we've got this information pouring in from all of our celestial families, our ET families, our spirit guides, the ancestors, everybody watching this event and also sharing their energy. So now you've got this trinary. I'm telling you guys, I feel like I'm going to lift right off of my chair. I could feel this connection, this triple connection. And it's funny because I didn't even know it or feel it or think it consciously until this very moment, how I'm expressing what they're showing. So isn't that interesting how as Will and I said a few minutes ago, we don't even need to plan what we're going to say because Spirit moves us and it just tells us. And this is the point of this whole gate opening. All of us have this capability, ability, and we're all opening to it. We're all discovering this inside of us. So we are embodying this energy within us because they don't know, we don't know, have any idea how we are to process this stuff. But we know it is the most powerful thing, at least personally, one of the most powerful experiences of my life. And not just the eclipse event, although watching and being present in that path of the Ring of Fire, as was Will, was indeed probably one of the most epic experiences of my life on every level, physically, mentally, spiritually. As I saw all over the world experiencing this moment and watched their faces and watched their energy, I know in that moment, to one degree or another, we were all experiencing that very same experience in that one same now. And what I find so fascinating is that for me, having moved from north of Chicago to right here into the path of totality, the eclipse began here for me at 1:11 p.m. Central Standard Time, Central Daylight Time. So I suggested to Will that that was the time we begin this event, just for that reason, to once again embody that number. And the date that day equaled 3. 1, 2, 3. The trinary consciousness, 1, 2, 3, 111. So I really wanted to help embody that idea of everything is connected. The numerology, the dates, the solar events, the gatherings of all of us. This is epic, epic in a way we've never done before. So that's what this idea is, this blessing is, this opening of our hearts in the way that we never have before. And the sun is in Leo, and the sun rules Leo, and Leo stands for heart, opening the heart. So all of this stuff has been connected. The Lion's Gate, the lunar eclipse, the solar eclipse, we all know that. But we still don't know how it's affecting us, but we know it is in ways we can't even begin to probably articulate. At least I've tried to even think of the last hour or two, how can I even express my experiences? And I really can't. I can't really put it into words. I can only tell you the feeling. Because I couldn't even tell you all the things that I thought and all the messages I received and all the visions that I saw and all the things that I felt, because there's too much. It would take me volumes and days. But I think we all know, we experienced it. And that's why we're here today. Mistoto shimi ala kosei, sami ma mi ana korenti asanote. Payemali anto sono mashno oto sapalianto sono koshna iwala. Ma moe shani awanira nukia sotose, samu onesha, e porashe onni tariki. Soposera mina ilaki. Poshe makoleando soko ani balasetu. Po ononoku apashanera salinga sorisha bliandoso o korashani valiaso kamotu kwaka. E tura sete shimiara sonori se poco anisa tarshi valian sokoya oleto nuko posera suna ilankia sonse. Thank you all for being here. Anyone else who wishes to offer a blessing, please do.
Let me go first then. Hushanana tikiata harasohua ni katakaya chachikanani atata sawatata nihisiata aranahu kutakorashanahu yashuiyata niyata. I ask Aquarian fire to flow in, through, and around us all, through the video, through all of us embodying in every way and everywhere and everywhere, for the highest good of all. Hushanai hi kinanawa shishishi wata horasana hotoko. Niarnaya tatakaskanaya torashana hukoto hushanaya tikishi niata hurasana no hotokono horashi wayaka hiata nayata. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Will.
Does anyone else like to offer a blessing? In any language. Thank you, Sarah. Anyone else?
I give gratitude for being in this present, this space with all of you. And I allow for the Aquarian fire as well to flow in, through, and around everything. And when the yatrikiti ono wara parakati shini tarake oyo no hore pakati yatra ono ekpri patakashi de parahana yatrikata kusuru haya tekaraan manigete korota tekarishi rekrora pamanati yatwa.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, dear Aquarian Fire Sister. Thank you so much for being here. Masoto shimiya anukoresa si. It has been far too long. Amunkwasa natesa piisa. And here we are again, once again, the sisters gathering. Thank you so much for being here. All of my sisters are present. Imeshoto si bikiyasato si mi ilakisa, in and outside of the room. Miyashoto seya.
Thank you all for doing this. Thank you, Wendy and Will. This is, I think, wonderful because I've been, what you said, Will, with people not really knowing how this energy is affecting us or what's even happening. I'm kind of in that state right now where like I don't know what's happening. So I appreciate this hangout a lot. I think it's going to help kind of ground some of this stuff in. So thank you, everybody. Hiki atias ishiat aun hata kara aun hoisi hiki shihiata aun oto ki his out oshi hiara at and ak also huiki at aya is aushu ko oto hui ya ara at ato ko huto oto shin takias a. Thank you all. Namaste.
Namaste. Satoshi miyato sepe sana yukwa ole shinikiawasate.
Thank you, Bree. Anyone else?
I'm loving this energy.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
It's so awesome. I feel all squishy.
Hurashaniki kikachikatik hora.
Sarakantumnai purataya ko ata. These energies will ground within you. They are grounding now. You will find that your bodies are beginning to change with the merging of your soul and your galactic and your earth energies at this time. You will begin to behave in ways that may perceive to be different from your past or your usual idea of yourselves. Allow this integration Observe how they feel within your bodies. And accept them as part of you at this time. That was her message.
Great blessings. I could hear the words before you were speaking them. It was very strange. It was as if I was a beat behind you. It was very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she gave me interesting symbols to draw with my hands while you were doing it to help integrate everything. That was interesting.
Exactly. All of a sudden I started feeling like I needed to do that too. It was very weird.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is, but I've channeled her twice. So
she's very deep.
Yes.
Blessings, anyone? Isotoshiaba si inakilento yisami uankashiawa alenti satose pikiato se ona hibaringa gushuno bigoshinetea. That was a manikulashi, a greeting of gratitude. Imakorshiabari sisapash from Isoto Nikalunkushinato disipia inako. Well, inako for all present and watching, they are sending their gratitude. Yakusha.
So I want to send gratitude to Montserrat for hosting a meditation the day before. And it was to me a beautiful and perfect grounding in preparing meditation.
It was wonderful.
So gracias, Montserrat. And so let's talk about our eclipse experience, because I went to Totality. I met up with Brian Lucchese, the wellness hero, in South Carolina, Paris Mountain State Park in South Carolina, outside of Greenville. And it was simply amazing. When the eclipse started, when it got to be a little more than 50%, we dropped into meditation, and I made a light language video that just was like, they were talking, they're going, it's time to start filming. And then I dropped into a gratitude meditation to start absorbing the energies. And then when I got done, it just started to be eerily dark. It's like, yes, this is amazing. I remember an eclipse back in the 90s in California where it got to be close to 90%, where you're getting the darkness, and it was kind of eerie. And if anybody did not experience totality for this eclipse, find your way to totality in 2024. The experience between any amount of partial and totality is a huge difference. Might I say it's going through Rochester, Buffalo, Indianapolis, Hot Springs, Arkansas, Dallas, Austin, Texas, and San Antonio. And the peak of it is in the middle of Mexico. So we get our greatest duration and our greatest totality in inside of Mexico. Austin's going to be a totally awesome place to see it. Yes, Sabrina. Sabrina says she's going to be in Mexico in 2024. April 8th, 2024 will be another epic event. And Carbondale, Illinois happens to be the center, that's the city in the US that was on the center line of the eclipse on Monday and will be on the center line of the eclipse in 2024. So something special is going on in Carbondale, Illinois.
Yeah, that's north of, I mean, that's south of where I grew up. Actually, Carbondale, Illinois, yeah, it's south of where I grew up. So it's kind of almost in the center of Illinois. And I found it fascinating that it actually was, you know, like at the center, even though I was down here, though. And that was a whole other thing, too, because we had just moved down here right before the eclipse full time, you know, and I was like, it didn't occur to me until later on a higher level how I was like giving my higher self a high five for for moving me down here just at the right time.
Oh, interestingly, Wendy, you were closer to epicenter, for lack of a better term, of the greatest duration and greatest totality.
It was incredible.
In Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Is that what the place?
Well, Hopkinsville was, yes, was in Kentucky, which is actually north of us. However, here in Dover, Tennessee, where we actually viewed it, we were also in almost the long, you know, the longest period, you know. So we actually started watching it at 11 o'clock in the morning, and then watched, you know, and waited for it until totality at 1:11 in the afternoon, and then we watched and waited, of course, until until its completion. So it was so many weird synchronicities, and everybody knows how I love synchronicity. I kept for a few days prior to the eclipse, I kept hearing something about the 33rd parallel, and they kept telling me, go look it up. And so I'm like, okay. So finally, like the day before the eclipse, I look it up and I said, I said, is the path of the eclipse passing the 33rd parallel? Well, sure enough, where does it end in the United States but at the 33rd parallel? So now I'm vibrating in this, okay, whoa. Because I learned a long time ago something about the 33rd parallel, not really, but not understanding any of it, but that it was relevant. And then a lot of things came with that too, with Willa, but that's beside the point. So I was getting this 3 energy. Now the date, of course, as we said, equaled 3. So then I kept seeing the Mayan. I kept seeing the Mayans. I kept seeing the Mayan pyramids. I kept seeing pyramids all day. I kept getting the number 3 all day. So all day long, I kept getting this idea of the 3 circles entwining themselves, 3, 3. And I'm going back to my notes for that day, because I remember the night before, I couldn't sleep. I could not figure out what was wrong with me. I could not sleep. And so I got up a bunch of times, and then I woke up like in a half dream state, like almost lucidly, that I woke up and we were discussing the eclipse. And so it was very weird. So when I finally got up that morning.
Wendy?
Oh, yeah, what?
The 33rd parallel? I had the same experience where I couldn't go to sleep. That's
really
because we were jumping into
yes.
timelines.
That's how it felt. Like I was jumping in and out of timelines all night long.
Yeah.
It was the strangest experience. I couldn't even describe it to anybody. I couldn't even write it down because I couldn't describe it.
That's what was going on. We were jumping in and out of timelines. And you said the Mayans. We jumped there. And then we jumped back here and was going through. That's why I told you I was dreaming about it the whole time.
Sarah called me and said, you've been in my dreams the last 2 days. I need to talk to you. I forgot about that. And then I started getting all these new languages and galactic symbols. I'm like, what is going on? I mean, like,
it was just the night before the eclipse where I was sleepless, like just in and out.
Yes.
The night of the eclipse.
It was weird. I even kept walking outside because it's warm here, you know, so I kept walking outside. I was looking at the stars. I was just like, because there was no moon. So it was like, oh, wow. Okay. What is going on? I'm like, I felt like a cat. I would go lay down and I would get back up. I was like, what is going on with me?
And were you able to connect to the trees during the totality?
Well, you know, during the totality, I was, you know, it's funny. I was surrounded by trees. And that was another weird thing is we had driven around deciding where we were going to go view it a couple of days before that. And that, was it the night before? No, that morning. That morning, a friend of ours called and said, hey, we're going up to a party up in Clarksville, Tennessee. He says, so our place is open and free all day. And he was up on the hill right in the middle, right under totality, surrounded by trees. And that's where I did a couple of videos there. It was an extraordinary experience. So absolutely, I was so connecting to the trees. It was as if I kept calling them the standing ones. I was like, I kept hearing that. The standing, we are the standing ones. I was like, what?
It's the redwoods and the sequoias.
I was, oh yeah, that, you know, that makes sense there because they're the tallest ones on the planet. And yeah. And then I was doing, and then even in my video, oh my God, I can't believe you're saying this. Even in my video, I looked at the antenna on the top of the building and I zoomed in on it and I said something like, we are the antenna, or you are the antenna. I don't remember, but this is so weird. See, you guys, you can't make this stuff. I'm gonna let somebody else talk.
I was a little sleepless on the night before, but this whole past week, it's just like 4 hours a night, and that's the most I get. But I also experienced totality in nature with a whole bunch of trees around, and so you can check out any of my videos that I posted both on Facebook and on YouTube. You can see the place where I was with all the trees around, and I couldn't.
Me too.
I had to be in nature. I couldn't be in a place with a whole bunch of people.
No, I had to be, and
we
were alone. It was amazing. I mean, there was nobody around. It was great.
I was able to go to the botanical garden here, and they have a whole section with just redwoods.
Oh my God, I forgot you were in Northern California at that time. Oh my gosh.
Central in Santa Barbara.
Oh, Central. Okay. That's one of my dreams, is to go see the redwoods and the sequoias. I've never been to California. I can't wait to see them.
Yeah, they were calling me to meditate right next to them, right there. I had to be in their energy. And so that's what we did. We went to the botanical gardens, and I was able to get right, like just on next to, like on the redwood. And it shared so much energy and frequency during that time. It was amazing. Even though we didn't get to see totality here, we still got the energy of it. And the trees all around the world, since they're all connected, once you connect to the trees, you're able to connect to that energy no matter where you are.
Yep, exactly. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what. It was truly, I have to say, a breathtaking and breath-giving experience, because it was very emotional for me. I had times when I had to get up and walk around, and it was very emotional. And I don't even know why, but it just was.
Yeah, my friend who went with me, she began crying. She said
That's how I was too. It was incredible.
She felt a lot of energy and healing in her womb area. And so,
oh my God, I can't believe you said that, Sarah. See, this is our telepathy, you guys, all of us. It was like we got this blast of all right, it's time to amp it up. I mean,
Yes.
the telepathy is stronger. Even my own mate is like, can't even believe his own telepathic abilities and how they're, because now it's undeniable. So this is happening all over, whether we're, like Will said earlier, whether you were near it or not, whether you were even caring about it, you were affected by it. There was no way to not be, because we're all connected. We are a human collective consciousness. And now you add the internet into that and all the other stuff. Well, we were all feeling everything that we couldn't even explain.
I have a question.
Please.
Just perhaps if there are people who aren't really familiar, who haven't really looked into this. I know that some people, like over on the other side of the world, like in Australia and stuff, they straight up just had no clue. Some people didn't even know there was an eclipse or heard nothing about it. I mean, so for people who don't really know much about it, could people share maybe like what they personally feel like the eclipse stood for, what the energy is doing for us, and what it's continuing to do? Because I think that it's pretty much similar, but it can also be different for people. And it's definitely intense. It's definitely intense. I know that I saw some strange things happening on the day of the eclipse, like, you know, people getting in little fights or things. And, you know, it's kind of like a lot of stuff is bubbling up to the surface. So I'm just kind of curious to hear what other people have to say about what they feel that the eclipse has meant for them individually or collectively.
So yes, I think we're gonna get there real soon. Sabrina, can you unmute and talk about what Montserrat's meditation was about? Are you prepared to do that?
To do what?
Oh, just talk about what Montserrat's intent was for the meditation and what she talked about at the beginning before meditation about the energies that are shifting, and that for some people this period before the eclipse was intense and other people it was just kind of natural.
Yeah, and the bubbling up, and actually it's not just her. That same day I saw another video saying almost exactly the same thing in different words.
Right.
So and well, we all can see it. I don't think any one of us haven't noticed this, but about the bubbling up, you know, if there are things within you that you haven't dealt with, it's all bubbling up, and I believe that's why part of the chaos, and this is my own right now, because it's time for it to come up and deal with it. And that's why tempers are high and all these things are happening, because we are meant to go in now and, okay, what are you going to do with that? And you can't push it down anymore. So it's going to keep bubbling up. Trying to remember what else she talked about, a little bit about channeling, but she did say that it was the end of a cycle. With the solar eclipse, she also talked about being, you know, that starting, the lunar one starting a cycle and the solar one ending a cycle. You remember anything else, Will?
Yes. To build on what Sabrina said is, I agree with everything that Montserrat said and what Sabrina has summed up about it, that it is the end of a cycle. It is completion. And karmically, for the people who haven't dealt with the issues that they've agreed to deal with these issues by this point in time, those are the people that were having a really hard time, because they didn't solve their karmic issues until now. And it's all right in their face. So then they had to deal with it. It's almost like they were forced to deal with it. It's just like, oh, I need to move past this milestone of this eclipse and do different work, more true purpose, true to our heart purpose work. And to do that, we need to finish up certain agreements. And that's what the pre-eclipse stuff was. And that's what the major portion of Montserrat's meditation is to bring in all the cleansing energies and cycle through all the chakras and get it so that we are at peace and acceptance with who we are and where we are and what we truly wish to create.
And I think it's also important that at this point, we really hold our energy, try to stay more balanced emotionally. Even if, whenever you see yourself getting very emotional, become aware of that, pay attention to it. Okay, I'm feeling this way, and go through it. Because if you try and push it, it's not going to let you. So just go through it, become aware of what is happening within you, and go through it so you can just end up on the other side. So that you can deal with these things a lot faster, because otherwise it starts to accumulate. You can't let it go. You can't push it any longer. It's going to stay there until you deal with it somehow. So just run through it, because I don't think it's about avoidance of emotions. I think it's about balance of emotions. And
absolutely perfect.
Yeah. So the more
Absolutely.
we learn to balance them, the more we can be beacons for other people. Because now we have the awareness that this is what's happening. Some people don't have the awareness of this, and they're just emotional. They're just, on a roller coaster. But we are aware, so we have that tool for ourselves, and we can say, okay, I feel. You fill in the blank. Have the awareness that this is how you're feeling, and just deal with it the best way you can. And I think it'll move you a lot faster.
Yes, absolutely. To me, the total eclipse is an invitation to ourselves to be self-aware and to be balanced emotionally. Any eclipse is the combination energies of the sun and the moon being projected onto the earth in the most balanced fashion. And it doesn't matter if it's a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse. So a solar eclipse is when the moon comes in between the sun and the earth, casting a shadow on the earth. There are partial eclipses where you get part of the sun being blocked in your location, or a total eclipse is where the entire sun is blocked. Because it is both the sun, the divine masculine, and the moon, the divine feminine, being projected in a balanced manner on the earth, it allows us as humans on the earth to better fully integrate the sacred marriage in our hearts. And if you're in the path of totality, it's you have the perfect energy balance being showered upon you. And being self-aware is as simple as, I feel this way, instead of, I'm feeling, I don't know what I'm feeling, but if we can at least give it a label, I feel angry, and I feel angry because. And if we can learn to express that, that's more emotionally healthy for us human beings to do. We don't need to solve it. Acknowledging our emotional state in any moment is just healthy as a human being. So now we can be objective with it instead of, we can allow ourselves to experience the emotion and, oh, well, I'm angry because of this. I'm sad because of this. And everyone else around you then can say, oh, yes, they are angry. And now I know why. And they can respect the distance. That information is out there.
Exactly.
And we can use that in any now.
And the judgment then dissolves, because once you embrace it, you no longer need to blame yourself or anyone else for the emotion, because you're just experiencing it. You're viewing it as an observer now, instead of within its control, within its grip, that you,
Yes.
the perceived grip of it. And this is what we're exploring now. Exactly the balance of finding, of discovering that, and then embracing it, moving through it. Because this is what we've been doing for so long. We've been brought up to push down everything. You don't misbehave. You don't speak your mind. You don't, we as a collective, this is it. We're done with that. We're done. That's over. We're done now. We're done with believing that's necessary. We're done with believing that struggle and hardship are necessary in order to expand and grow in the way that we've experienced it. We don't need to do that anymore. We don't need to judge anybody else, because we are no longer judging our emotions. We're embracing them. And once we ask ourselves, oh, well, what? Okay, why am I angry? Well, once you start to actually see it from an observation standpoint, the reasons, the illogicalness becomes so apparent that we can no longer ignore it. We can no longer ignore the illogicalness of that old thought and that old belief pattern, because we realize how limiting it is. We realize how dissolvable it is, how it doesn't hold anything. It's just vapor. It's just a thought. And now we're done with that. We're done.
And don't feel like we should be acknowledging. Don't should on yourself.
Yeah, I'm pretty much eliminating that word from my own vocabulary.
Yes. You didn't say it. It's just that I would like to present it that way. And you and I both like presenting an idea and putting it on the table in front, and it's up to take that in if they resonate with it. So if you resonate with that idea, then run with it. And using the Reiki principles, the original Reiki ideals, that if you don't apply it, oh, well, then let's not worry about it. Maybe we can do it in the next time that we're feeling emotional. And just for today.
Will, I got to tell you, I swear, I at least once a day, when I begin my day, I start with the basic Reiki principles, because it puts it all into such simple clarity that you just begin to understand I'm the one in charge. Hi, Amran. I'm the one in charge of this thought. I'm the one who decides I'm not going to worry today, because worry means I'm spending time in the future, and sadness and regret means I'm spending time in the past, and now I've just ruined the now. Now, that doesn't mean we don't experience that for specific reasons, but that's why you're experiencing it for the growth. Now embrace it, integrate it, go, okay, oh, I get it. It's just an experience. Okay. And now you embody that experience, and you're able to, now you've actually grown. Your light has grown now. You've gotten brighter now. That's why the, realization, when the light bulb comes on, that's, I mean, we all think of it that way when we're, ding, it's like, oh, the light bulb came on, because the light comes on and we're like, oh, once you shed the light on it, it's like, it's no longer mysterious. It's no longer scary. It's just, it is, I mean, I'm more of afraid of a spider in the nighttime when I can't see it and I'm not sure if I'm where I'm going than I am when I can look right at it and go, okay, well, that's a spider and I'm way bigger than he is, so anyway.
I think that this is so powerful on so many levels, on so many dimensions, to really like approach things from that observer role like we're talking about. It transforms us in ways that we didn't even know are possible, I think. At least, speaking from experience myself, it's like just approaching things and just knowing you're not here to try to control any of it, or you're just observing. You're just observing. You don't have to attach to it. You don't have to, if you have a thought that you really don't like, congratulations. You had the ability to have a thought that you didn't resonate with, and that you don't resonate with it because you don't like it. So you should give yourself a gold star. You should clap your hands, because that's an awesome thing. And we're brought up to just like be in this place
oh my God, I had a horrible thought. I'm such a horrible person. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. It's just an experience. Wait a minute. That's just me judging that moment.
Yes. Me and Katie were actually just chatting briefly right before this, and we were kind of talking about this. So I wanted to bring this up because I think it's so powerful to not only detach and like observe, but then to see all of these things that we go through and all these experiences we have and these things that go through our mind and these energies that we feel and these emotions that we have and these experiences and everything. It's like, you can observe it and you can be thankful for exactly how it is, because it's the only time that that's ever happening exactly the way that it is. This right now is the only way that any of this can and ever will happen, because
oh my God, Bree, I swear to God, you're freaking me out, because you are just saying everything they said in my video that I posted last night before I went to bed.
Oh, the Lear and Syrian Council, you mean?
Everything. Everything was about, get it together, people. All you got is the here and the now.
Yeah.
You just can't.
I love that message.
It was like they were pounding it into humanity.
No, that was a beautiful video that you released.
Did you watch? Oh.
Yes, and it was very powerful. Like, I listened to it this morning.
I tell you, that's one of those times, Bree, when even I I laughed at myself this morning because I realized I was so tired last night. I posted it without ever watching it, and I never ever post a video without watching it. And I was, and I'm sure it was well, Bree and I were on a long discussion last night. So by the time you and I, said goodnight, and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to post that video. But the point is that I listened to it this morning while I was meditating and doing yoga and stuff. And it was as if it was, I heard it from an observer standpoint, and I was just an emotional wreck. And I'm like, but that's me I'm looking at. I can't even describe that feeling, because you're in the observer's mode and you're listening to the information in its pure state, and there's no denying the message that everything is here and now, guys, and this is all we have. And no matter how you want to interpret how this all happens, that is the way it is. And so, and this is it's almost like they're showing me, it's like the last thread. It's like, if you could just get that, you guys, you'll really, really open up the door, and so it was powerful. So yeah, I got it. Well, thanks for watching. But yeah, I was also like, but the thing is, it was empowering. That's what everybody doesn't understand, that surrender and letting go is empowering yourself.
Yeah, because if you don't surrender and let go and you keep clinging on to with white knuckles, then you have all of the stress and the anxiety and the worry and the fear, and all of that is attached with it because you're clinging and you're having that attachment of oh God, I mean, I'm so afraid, if this doesn't happen the exact way that I really, really think that is the only way that could benefit me at all. And you just have all this stuff running through your head. And it's like, wait, hold on. This is already all set the way that it needs to be. I just need to observe and perceive and choose how I want to.
How I respond.
Everything that happens.
Yes, perceivers. And even Bashar said that. He's like, you guys are perceivers and receivers, And back to what Will was saying about the Reiki principles, in that when you just start your day simply by saying that, just for today, I will, be happy. Just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will be kind to myself and every living thing. I will do my work honestly. And even that, don't we know that when we are doing something half-ass, we don't feel good about what we've just created, because we're not in it, all of it, And so when we go to jobs every day that we're just not really resonating with, it affects everything you do. When you're in a relationship that you just know is done, or a behavior, or a thing, or a pattern, or a belief, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. If you can't, like you said, if you're clinging on to something just for the sake of, because that's the way because you're too afraid to figure out what it's like without it, well, then you already know the answer is you got to let it go. You wouldn't be
let me jump in here,
it.
if I may.
Yeah, sorry. You know how passionate we get, Will.
All valid points. Just with the clinging, even if you're clinging to the right thing, it might be the rightest thing for you in this now. If you're clinging on to it, you can hardly tell that it's the right thing, because you're paying too much attention to the cling and the intensity of the cling. And if you let go of the clinging to simply be, allow the respect to happen, allow the communication to happen, allow the situation to be what it is, and then it will show you whether it is the true rightness or the not so right for this now. Something that we don't prefer.
Very powerfully put, Will.
Yeah. And like, isn't it funny? Like, we go to such extremes as humans, right? Like, we go hardcore. Like, if we're gonna do a diet, we're gonna do it hardcore and just totally just bulldoze everybody and everything that, yeah, and no matter what it is, if it's a diet, if it's an addiction, if it's a, you know, if you like somebody, if no matter what it is, we go all for it, and that's so awesome of us, and we have to appreciate that and then acknowledge it and be like, okay, cool. So I see that, like, maybe I can get a little bit out of control and take things maybe a little bit too far with whatever, you know, if I'm going to commit to something, you know, you like with an exercise routine, I've done that before where it's like, okay, I'm committed to this exercise routine, I'm gonna go and do it, and then I hurt myself because I just like go way above and beyond what I'm like physically able to do because I'm just so set on, yeah, it's gonna just totally transform my whole life. So no matter what it is, like you were saying, Will, like even if it's good things, you know, I've been hearing this a lot recently with people kind of talking about not only like everything in moderation and balance and all of these things, but being aware and being conscious of your own body and what your body is trying to tell you. Like, even if you've done yoga for 10 years and you're a yoga freak, if you're doing yoga and you start to feel like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing this right now, like suddenly I feel like going and taking a walk, or, you know, suddenly I feel like getting on the elliptical machine, or, I mean, you know, it's like we can change things up. And I kind of feel like that's one of the things that the eclipse energy is like seeding into us, is this more flexibility, more fluidity to follow our instincts, to follow our heart.
Well, to follow the synchronicities, because those are the things that are supposed to be your guideposts, so to speak. You know,
Yeah.
to confirm for you that, yeah, you're going in the right track, you're doing the right thing, or you wouldn't have run into that person. You wouldn't have that synchronicity because you wouldn't be in the flow of that vibration. You just, it's like the movie, you know, the rom-coms where they keep passing each other and don't meet for, you know, weeks and weeks and weeks. And here us observers are going, oh, come on, you know, you know, you're like, so, you know, exactly. You can't, if you're not in the right vibration, you can't be in the vibration of the problem, you know, and try to get the answer. So yeah, it's a completion. We're done. This is the year that equals 1. This is new times. Brand new. This is new.
Isn't it interesting? I mean, I'll just say, like, personally, seeing the changes and seeing the new beginnings all around me in all the beautiful ways, whether it be a flower blooming or somebody being like, oh my God, I just got fired from my job. It's like, I'm so excited to hear about all of this stuff. And I'm so excited to see all of these new beginnings, because you're right, Wendy, this is like the new beginning year. And it doesn't mean that if something starts this year that it's just going to continue on for another 9-year cycle, or no. What it means is, like, you know, we're in this energy of the new and starting new things.
And we have accelerated, and actually there have been many channelers now, and this goes into the little ET side of all this, but you know, we have surpassed the threshold now where people really do believe we're not alone. And as hard as that is for those of us and there's so many of us, light workers, whatever you want to call us, but that are multidimensional thinkers and are more aware. But you know what? In contrast to the totality of the human collective, it's still, we have a long way to go. And that's what we're all doing, is paving the way and showing the way and lighting the way and all that stuff. But we finally, and this was one of the biggest messages I received that day about the pyramids, and Bree knows how we feel about the pyramids, but you know, the pyramids are going to be unearthed, and this is going to play a critical role. The day of the eclipse And the day of the Lionsgate portal, of course, because the alignment of the sun and the Giza pyramid and everything, but all of these things preceding the solar eclipse were an integral part of the addition, the puzzle pieces to the energy that played a part that day. So that's, you know, part of how all of that in our connection to all of the ET side is that we finally moved past that threshold of believability where we're ready to embrace that and embody that as well, that are galactic parts of us. So,
well, and isn't it funny, because I mean, just bringing up pyramids and ETs, like that's kind of one of the first things that people think when they think of pyramids, even if they don't believe in ETs.
And even what Sarah said about the trees and what I was receiving about the antenna and the receivers, everything, all of it was all connected that day. All of it. It was all about all of that and all of this and about sacred geometry and about the numbers and about the you know, the embracing of the physical and the non-physical, and that it is all one thing and that sort of thing. So it was about all, and numerology and all of it. It was all being embraced that day. So,
well, Wendy, I was going to ask you, like, because you had sent me a message saying you won't believe all the synchronicities and all this information about pyramids that I've been getting during the eclipse. You said, and I'm like, Wendy and pyramids? No way. But so I wanted to ask you, maybe like right now, if, because you've touched on it, but I'm just curious if there are any key points that you had received that you'd like to share in terms of all of these connections you were getting on that day of the eclipse. I'm sure at or around 1:11 p.m. because
and it was funny because I had to, like, of course I was like, I have to make a video right at 1:11. So yeah, absolutely. It was as if it was, and I just want to say briefly, because I know that we want to move on with some blessings and or integration, but it was about the embodiment of all of that. It was literally about that we are all going to, you know, okay, let's just put it in one word, is disclosure. And it was about, and it wasn't about just one thing. We were talking global disclosure on every level. And that's, I'm just going to leave it, embody it with that, because it doesn't really get much bigger than that. The lotus flower is opening. I'm going to just give everyone that analogy right now. The lotus flower has opened, and I'm got the goosebumps. So yeah, I know we want to get to get a light language going here, so that we're going to embody all this energy and really just bring in this totality of the totality. Bring in the totality of everything that all of us have experienced. Many of us now in this room, those of you watching all of us, some of us have known each other now for years. And it's this gathering. It's a gathering. But this is a gathering on an epic level, you guys, and that's what we're going to embody today. So I just want to take this moment to thank you all for your love, your energy. Thank you, Will, for initiating this. It was Will who said to me, hey, we want to do this. And I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And so absolutely, Amran. I love that you all are here. Sabrina, Bree, Sarah, Katie, Kate. I mean, all of you are just, I'm warm and I'm on fire, because remember, you guys, this is the lion energy. We are in the lion energy, and the lion, the lioness and the lion, the balance, this balance of those two energies. And of course we could go on, but you know, let's embody all of that in all of these experiences that we've shared together and individually and as a family. and bring in all this energy today and really, really take all of these epic solar and lunar events that we've had, and the Lionsgate, the 8888, and the, you know, I mean, it doesn't get, you guys, we all chose to be here now, in this here and now together on purpose, on purpose. So thank you all for doing this co-creation on purpose, on many, many levels, on many, many timelines that I know we all share.
Can I say something here? I would like to ask for us to maybe take a minute or two to send energy to Venezuela. You know, there's a lot going on there, and I think they could use some help from us, and us being together is a lot more powerful. So if we could just do that for a minute, that would be great. Thank you.
Absolutely. And let me say to anybody right now that yes, and send your intentions out right now to anywhere in the world that you feel needs your healing, needs your love, needs your attention, needs our collective healing. There are places all over the world right now that are just, I don't watch the news, and I know it because it breaks my heart, but I know that that kind of heartbreak means change. But I just want to say in that light to, let's just send healing and love and energy and to all of these places all over the world that need you, that need us. Each of us is a representation of all over this globe. We each, whether you're watching or sitting in here, we're from everywhere. I've never felt so blessed as to meet so many people all over the world, and find out how alike we all are, that how we share the same love and the same wantings for a better place to live. So yes, please. Ni se amishno wa kilianto sono oro Jose. Ni mina ni awa kaleanto sono yukwa palu kwesa nitekwa. O nosha ayamiwa lianduku. E taliendo sono de kiawangisha. A te walako. Mo miawali na yawako ama kate. Ama nuana mayanoa kashatea. Seto diamboshe ilinaya. Amore lianoaka. Pashoto kumbo sea kia nesha. Netorisiwa sini kaleandoro u mayanake. Ektekeshe na yurowa hake. Makurese no ne mayawa. Oposo tokwa. Mokoreni. No she mayi waliandu. Nambara shnuku. Eposhe kalina yawako. Apokaya. Satero sono. Imina niara olero. Olenduru koshe. Panoye ale shalake. Se poroso no colandera. Lentia show narahale tayamaka. And we welcome in this now. Will, if you're able to offer a blessing, and if not, if there's anyone else that wishes to go, Sabrina, if you'd like to go, that would be wonderful.
Go ahead, Will. I'll go after.
Okay. For Venezuela and for every place on earth that is experiencing distress, dis-ease, strife. So ochanoho totoshi nawayaka asanani atahaya tohoshawo. Niakanana ho sasasi chikonunia arasawiki ni horatohoshani atisia ataka hasanihi atia torana washishohoa ikanana hawaratisia tohoshanoho kahua. I ask the Aquarian fire to flow in, through, and around all of those situations in every way and everywhere and everywhen. For the most natural integration and experience of that strife and dis-ease. Hosananahaya tatakani ataho, hosanana chishishiniya tatasana ho chukuhua, ikanahawa sasasisi, okananari ataho shinohoya, sihia chishishiana, kotonono hososo, kiarni oichio onahodio. And so it is.
And so it is.
Tarakala nanana kyoko turu sikiri ekia kia ko tanania kyoko kotalale atakotono. Siya kia kotoni kikiali kia tatanananaka. Soyukara ya kianto tutu sikiaria tondaria katio kotokolokata. Nari kalalandro kotokuaria kati indiri kikio kolondari. Karanana sukuru kalandi karia kototonondoro katala sarandoro kotaka. Soyorondara karandara karaya kotokoro sadarandari. Saralandoro koto soro takali teni kiri kiria kotondoro koto koto saka. Nayi karia kotondoro koto. Sayarandoro ko kuruatandiri kiri kiria turondoro ka. Taranaru karyakato tonaru katakiala totananda. Tanano kurua kalandara katu tarandi. Siyi alandoro kata. Toyo shan kia kiatu. Oyalana kata. Soyona kalalia soyu. Toyo ata naya sha. Tutu na shiyi. Kiaka ta. Toyo shanaka tayasu. Tera tonta yeshia katu. No kuata shi. Yi kyoshu. Nakatu yu shina kalalus kurwa. Ekatu no soku. May we all be joined in our hearts. May we see the light that shines within each one of us. May we all become self-aware that God lives within all of us. And that regardless of where we are, where we live, whatever circumstances we're facing, that we all matter, that there are no differences, that no one is less than or more than, that in the eyes of the one, we are seen as one, that we were created because it was his choice. And all of its creation needs to acknowledge all of its creation. That the exclusion of any of us means the exclusion of God, not only within them, but within us. May we all see this light that is not an abstract idea, but an energetic, a heartfelt. It's what the universe it's made of. It's what we're all made of. It's what the stars are made of. It's what a flower it's made of. That the admiration of a flower is just acknowledging God, just at a smile on a child. That we learn to see that sometimes the anger on another person is simply their pain speaking. That they don't know how to look at it, how to see it. and then perhaps compassion on how you view the situation. It's what's needed at that moment. That as we judge others, we judge ourselves. Because we hurt ourselves. Because the less we love them, the less we love ourselves. You can't divide the whole and expect the whole to be seen as whole. So see each one of the creations of the Creator as part of you. And when you not know what to say or what to do, the acknowledgement of their pain or their state of being is enough. The being there for them is enough. The handing a hand is enough. The giving a smile is enough. That saying, I'm here is enough. Even if you don't know what to say or what to do, your presence is enough when everything else you seem to do doesn't seem to work. And though everyone has their own path to follow, everyone has the same path. And it may not look that way at times. It may seem as madness to you, but it is the wisdom of the Creator that lives within each one of you that is showing you your path. And some may be pushed more than others, and some may be acknowledged at times more than others. But it's what Creators feels is the best way back. So the allowing of everyone to follow what they see is best for them. And when needed, giving a hand, not just the acknowledgement of their pain, but the being there within your balanced self, within your loving self, is the best thing you can do for the earth at this moment. Is asking all of you to show up, not only in words, but in heart, in deeds. Both hands out, saying, I am here. How can I help? How can I help you be more of you? The compassion that you show to others is the compassion that you are. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself when you speak to yourself. Stand on your consciousness. Stand on your being. Stand on your light. Allow this one to shine, to grow. And in those moments that you feel that you can't, just call upon Creator and say, please allow me to see my light right now. Just allow me to see my light right now. I can't find it, God. Allow me to see it. I am here. I am showing up. And He will. He will be there for you. For He lives within you. He is what you are. And you are what He is. You are creators. And in time you shall all see that there is a reason for the difference between your brothers of space and yourselves. And it would all play in such a musical way that you will all wonder, what was that? That it was only a dot in space. That it almost didn't occur. And it's such a past memory that you almost don't remember. And you will share your knowledge with other planets. And you will bring your ways of creation, your ways of loving. And you will give them something that they never seen before. For you all have been blessed by Creator in a different way. And you will share this with your brothers and sisters. But for now, hold your light. No matter how it looks, no matter how tough it gets, it all is within you. And you're all part of the one. Oh. Okay, somebody jumped in.
Thank you, Sabrina.
Thanks, Sabrina.
Oh,
Wow, Sabrina, that
Oh my God.
and I'm shaking right now.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
a
no
very
doubt.
energetic
No doubt. So
transmission.
am I.
Very.
Okay.
Just breathe, darling. Whew.
Tikina nara sukuhushishukoya. Nasa nihi shishikoya kononoho seo tokorshiho. Nasa hiya tataka washishikona noho tatoko. Sinini ho tatokorshia yakananihi sisihikini waya. Ashishihuya kanoho sosohoya jasiniya tia. Nia chikawu hukona noho shishia. Nasa kawata tatishinoho. Nisano ho tokoshino tikawaya taniya tatia tia. Iya kawo anai tikino shishikoya waya nia tia tia. Do not be afraid of these energies that have come in. No kushini wiya kanano ho sotoko shiwuya oto. For you will find that they are natural energies for you. Koshini wiya ta shinaya takaya taharasanihi tikishino hoto. Allow them to integrate naturally. Tokoshino hosuya kawasiya ta niyata. Allow their understandings to become a part of you, for you have invited it in. Ukushindiwiyata sihiyanaya kohua nasohuyata shishishishia wanayata. For it is the true you, it is your balance. Kanaho kanana shishishkanohua isanahiyata nahiyatata. So breathe in this balance, kohoshiniya, and allow it to penetrate. Koshanahiya wasasiya shishko konohoso. Ishiniataya kashiniya waho hiya. Hosanania tarasaniya takohosha shukuya. Nihia nanaho tananiniya sakohoshuyata. As every aspect of you, koshinanaho tasaniya tati, comes into balance, kosunaho shukuya tanasasi, with your divine plan, koshinanaisikia niya tasiyatia. What no longer serves will simply just drop away. And what you truly wish to create will naturally come to fruition with as little effort as possible, if you allow it. For you are a creator being. It is what you do. Integrating the energies and creating the new now. Is what you do. And integrating with your will and your soul. That next now will be the most natural from now on. Awasa sasikini hatakohosho ushishihia nea takasana ia taha ikinohosho kohosho koho. Feel the energy flowing in, through, and around you. Feel the natural nature of this flow. And when we align our will with our highest will, with our highest good, feel the concreteness of that next no. The next now. It's the most natural for us. Wendy, I hear them talking.
You're reading my mind.
They're saying, pause because she's up.
My goodness. Oh, I wanted to say goodbye to Katie too. Bye, Katie. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Thank you, Katie. Sonori shapi anariki la kotesimikila nuyasha wo ayalakisa seto sumikilanisa. So many beautiful, beautiful voices were heard today. Mianuji ke abalantia satose eki senikila sotosa sapianisha. So many beautiful songs, so many beautiful hearts. Imokoshiniki ki anandiki tiposhnoso se elinkiasanoti piashanose. A magical divine connection. Siniti yananabwa arishiniki barakusanate e mekashna. Somosapeshanaya. You are only now just beginning to feel and embrace your power, to understand and observe it, that you are bigger than your power. And collectively, you choose the earth you desire. It is up to you. Mino shapialango sima luanda siatase kina todo boshna iwalake. Di boshna seto sipi ilani jarawasana se ishnoto ilkwasha. Nino niasasa. Each time you have these gatherings, whether you are alone with your higher self, your other fractals, or whether you are gathering with one or many, you light the entire collective. You light all the hearts at once. And when you recognize your divinity, the miracles you are capable of are beyond your imagination, beyond all expectation. You're igniting fire within you now. It is time to explode like the fireworks. It is a celebration of gatherings. You cannot imagine the amount of celebrations that are happening. And you did not choose to be here because this was easy. No, you chose to be here because it was the most difficult thing you've ever done. And those observing are cheering you on, supporting you, because they know what you're doing. And for those who cannot understand the emotions that you're feeling, you are showing them, teaching. You are teaching worlds about what it is to be a human, about what it is to be a human in this now, in this way, connecting, understanding your own divinity, your own multidimensionality. Epic times. You are just now beginning to understand. And imagine how powerful you feel now, how powerful this information and this energy is. Imagine how much better it can get, how much better it will get. Can't begin to imagine the joy and the bliss that you are capable of experiencing. But you will now. And gratitude is the gate, gratitude is the key. For as you experience your here and your now, no longer in judgment or pain, you embrace. You are grateful for every breath, every moment, no longer judging it as evil, uncomfortable. It's beautiful now. Everything you experience now, even the hate and the anger in the world, you see it as beautiful, as a catalyst for change. You understand its divinity, its reflection of you. And remember that everything you see around you, the collective human consciousness, is a reflection of you. Of you. As you change, it has no choice but to change. And that is the way. So we are completing this message with you now, and we offer now, as we understand there are others who wish to offer their blessings as we complete this gathering of light today. And your hearts have never been open wider than they are now. I feel the heartbeat strong in this chest, in your chest. The heartbeat of the source. Mahalo.
Thank you, Wendy. I haven't spoken these languages in a long time, but I will give it a try. Shananiyahu manain, niliyahanaum, malahiminiyahu manain, salashiniyalahu manain. Hanahimihiyalahu ana, shahinanahaim, melahum nuanahainanin, niliyashunakum, maluahu manaina, halihimianahu anazur, anajemnialahu manai. Eliahana,
Alahimia nainau. Men no kuro humanasin. Shenchaim. Melaina etanol hunain. Seraan. Donna humain. Thank you.
Thank you, Starbrusher. Not Quishamikia no disipiliando kiawa ito kwaima isanate. Leando sunakia. Shotokia. I'd like to ask if there's anybody who does not have a side chat, if there's anything that they would like to say or any blessings that they would like to give. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Thank you. Bree, did you have a message?
Yes, I think so. Thank you for everybody who has been here and spoken. I've felt such incredible energies this whole gathering. It has been totally awesome, like a spaceship ride. So I'm getting a lot of, I guess, Lyran, Syrian something or other, deep, low tones. So please bear with me. Okay. In your honau shin heya how o haro man shi ki he yao ne ao ko ikya shin tiki ha ya anio ho o mani hiki. Ye ni shona hayara no hoyara haunanti yahaisha hisante heke yahaya eoro omonante easea shora nahea kiatata au yarana Yani nihi iye hawana ya iya shinti ki iya ao so iara ao nanti ikia sa ishanihi iya haowa iya siya lao kuhu no hushiti ki iya na Tiki asala au unto uki shihita aiyata. Kita ai yo ho wana ta ai shaya autoka. So much love. Thank you.
Oh, so much love, so much power. That was a big cat.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was wild. Sarah, would you like to give us a closing blessing as well?
Yes.
Of course you would, darling.
Thank you all for connecting to these energies in this way. Thank you for connecting to the magic of who you are. The magic you are sensing at this time. Thank you for balancing with the earth, the life, all life forms on this planet, the animals and trees, water, sky, mountain, clouds, all the nature, spirits, thank you for passing this marker in such a beautiful way. Thank you for being the catalyst, the observers, and the ones living and processing this life on this planet at this time. We honor your experiences, for they are important to creation itself. Tikalana yuak, e sholoto, shania kurotolana, I soloto, kaya suma, shali, tulutunai, I sokoloya, mio, toyasi, saka, ushana, tie yo, tani, nuwa, shalanaya. Many blessings to you all. Continue to connect to the hearts of all beings on this planet. We love you. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you for coming. Watoshe unu wasutu ninati. Beautiful message. Yashukwa.
I had such a light show in my mind, in my mind's eye, when you were speaking, Sarah, Kushana Hosiyuko, when she was speaking, Kushana Wiyatasi Kihuanaya. So let's wrap this up, but thank you all for coming. Ukushana Haya Kaskaskari, Hitohorshana Utakushiatata. For both personal reasons and collective consciousness reasons, for when we integrate the energies into us, we integrate the energies into all of us.
Where'd you go, Will?
I just stopped talking. Did I go somewhere?
No, I thought you went muted.
I could have. Kona Nadia. Who knows? Did you hear anything I said? To Gushania?
No, yes, I didn't know all of it. It was
okay.
It's
just
funny. I don't know
yes.
what. Maybe I jumped timelines.
Yeah, you could have. Or maybe it was just technology, like my internet here. Hukanawaya Chei Kuhusania Tia.
Well, I brought my selenite wand too, just for myself, just to make sure I had a good connection.
Yes. No, kokohosia, tanatiti kita koshanuhuati. Yes, well, we needed to laugh during this webinar, so koronaya katikaya katkaskoho kanihi shini kohaya karnia tekatia tekuhura.
Thank you, Will. Thank you for the invitation for this co-creation. Yeah, I have to laugh because, okay, they just gave me, there's all these really interesting synchronicities, you guys, but one of them is my father's name is William, my actual 3D father. My earth father's name is William, so this is really funny sometimes. Anyway, so, but I was just laughing now because, thank you, Will and Wendy and WW, because I actually did grow up as Wendy Wolf. So I was seeing these W's. Where do we come up with this stuff? I want to thank you all so much. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Shiny. Oh, thank you, Sarah and Sabrina and Amran, Katie, Kate, and yay, I finally got to meet Michelle. Thank you. Hi, I'm so glad she came. Yay! Woohoo! We've been playing kind of a little text tag here and there, and so I'm so happy I got to say hi and got to see her energy and her face. So I'm very
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Bye.
Yay! I'm so glad. I'm so glad you came. Yay! I am. It's always so exciting to see old friends and new friends because we already know we're all old and new family. So, so I love it. Thank you so much. And Kate, it's great to be back in your energy too. I haven't seen Kate for a long time, and Bree, of course. And as always, all of you out there, and every time, it doesn't matter when you see this, it's always your now. It's always now because everything is here and now. And everything's always in perfect timing for all of you, all of us. So thank you so much, Will, for being in perfect timing and making this happen. And it's been a joy and a huge pleasure and excitement. Thank you. What a bunch of amazing. I'm literally hot because all of the messages that came through today from each and every one of you, whether you spoke it or not, I heard them all. And I'm just, my heart is just like, you know, I want to thank you all. And I hope you can just even feel just a sliver of what I feel right now and what I feel for all of you and all of this. So thank you. Mahala, namaste. Thank you all. Thank you, Will.
Yes, again, thank you all. Thank you everybody for showing up because we co-created this, and I did the simple part of creating the hangout. So Yishina no horusu tokushina ia taihi kisana ato horuta saika hoatana ishishihuana hosia tata. And thank you for joining us. This is such an amazing event.
Yes.
And yes, Wendy, much gratitude to you because you and I are so connected.
It's
There's
so
many
weird,
times
isn't
during the
it?
day that you and I are just having conversations psychically and
all the time. It's really weird. It's
all the time.
It is.
Exactly.
And even Kate, I wanted to say too that Kate's got I think she posted a hangout coming up in a couple of weeks, or kind of a reunion hangout. So I wanted what you just said, Will, they wanted me to say and reiterate, creating the space. Create the sacred spaces, you guys. That's what this is for. Whether it's one person or 100, it doesn't matter. Create the sacred space and be together and share this energy. So I just wanted to reiterate that it's about creating the space. Create the space, and those who need to be there will come.
Yeah, for sure. I completely agree. That's why I made this gathering. It's Saturday.
I'm so excited. Yes, I'm going to do everything I can to be there. So tell us what time again, hon. Tell us what time again, hon.
Oh, God, I have no idea.
You're so funny.
I just made it yesterday.
Well, she's a Canadian, so.
I think it's around like at least 5 or 6 or something like that. I was just so busy trying to make the description. Like I actually.
Well, believe me, we know all about it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sure. Yeah, so if you guys are interested and if you want more people involved, just let as many people as you want like come, and it doesn't matter.
Yes,
Like
and-
we want to
and
make
feel-
this a really fun thing, you know.
And create them, you guys. Create them. You know, don't be afraid to create it, because don't be afraid that, oh, what if only one person shows up? Well, then so what? That's the person you needed to connect with that day. So what? So what if nobody shows up? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Create it. Create it. What are you afraid of? Just create it. If nobody shows up, then you go, okay, well, maybe people are busy. I'll try again. Don't give up. Just do it again.
Or you continue
It
talking
says
by
5
yourself.
p.m. for me.
Or just record yourself. Take that opportunity
So what is it
from your
called?
spirit.
Katie, Caitlin, it says 5 p.m. for me. For your event.
Yeah, around 5 or 6. I had no idea. I was just like, I
Okay,
wasn't
so if
really
it's
paying
5,
attention
okay,
to
so
it.
it's 5 p.m. for Sabrina. She's Eastern time. Then
Yeah.
so it'd be 5 Eastern, 4 o'clock Central. So I'm Central. Yeah. So anyway, awesome.
Okay.
And that's great.
Yeah, if you guys want me to make a later time, I can do that.
No, leave it. It's good.
Where can we find this, Kate? Yes.
I have to.
We will share.
We will share it.
Thank
I'll
you.
share it all over. Go.
But what if
Yeah, we'll
people aren't in these circles of the sharingness?
Yeah,
It's really confusing. I mean, it'd be a lot easier if I was in one of your guys' group chats, then I could be able to share.
And
the
you
event,
are.
but
And you
I'm
know what?
not.
I just want to throw that out there too. Reiki with Will. You can find Reiki with Will on YouTube. You can find Reiki with Will on Facebook. You can find me. I'm on Languages of Lights on YouTube. I'm Languages of Lights, and that's S on both of them. On Google Plus. I'm on Facebook. Anyway, so languagesoflights@gmail.com. Will?
reikiwithwill@gmail.com.
There we go. So get in touch with us, you guys. If you don't want to host it yourself, let me know. I don't care. I'll start it up if you don't know what to do or you want me to walk you through it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Just, yeah, just do it. We'll do them together, and don't be afraid to ask. If a lot of people don't do this stuff because they don't understand how all this works and the technology, just ask somebody, hey, do you know how to start a Google Hangout? Okay, let's do that. So, don't be afraid to ask, because once you do it a couple of times, you're going to be old hat at it, and then before you know it, you're going to be creating them all over the place. So don't be afraid to reach out. If you don't know how to do something, just ask somebody. I know what I don't know, I ask other people. So, everybody, Bree can attest to the fact that me and technology have a very love-hate relationship, but that's okay, because you find out the people who do love to do it.
Yeah, buddy.
So there you have it, guys. Just co-create the spaces, make these sacred spaces for each other, and
In the physical too, might I add?
Yeah,
Like going on meetup.com. That's what's been
exactly.
on my
And that's
mind this whole time you're talking, is like
yes,
getting
and
meetups
that's a
started.
great point, is start up your meetups in your own communities, because many of us are lonely when we start out, because there's nobody to talk to. There's nobody to share the stuff with. They all think you're crazy. Oh my God, I was like crying yesterday because I heard somebody say that they put their daughter was put away in an asylum because she started speaking light languages. Oh my God. I was just like, what? So it doesn't even occur to me how people really are still struggling, coming out of finding each other. So that's why it's important to share and do the meetups and stuff. So absolutely. There's nothing, that was one of the best days, was getting to meet all of you guys that I've gotten to meet personally. There's nothing like it. So absolutely. So yeah. Yay, Bree.
Yay. So let's wrap this up so we can get to the after party. So
Right
thank you
on,
very
guys.
much
Yeah, we're
for
gonna go up the
joining.
air.
You're absolutely amazing. Sit with the energies, just to dumb it all down with the KISS method. Just be your awesome self. It's as simple as that. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining Wendy and Will and everyone else. See you in the next now. Namaste.
See you in the next now.